Booster 9 loses its hot stage. But why? Ship 29 went to macýs for cryogenic tests. What happened to the test OT, the S-26.1 tank? Osirisrex successful lands with samples from Asteroid Bennu. My name is Brahim. Welcome to the second episode of Brahim Space Time. On Thursday, the hot stage ring was removed from the top of Booster 9 at one of the upgrades for the second test flight, as it allows the ship to ignite its engines while still attached to the booster, which reduces the possibility of natural stage separation failure and maintains an increased speed towards orbit. But why removed? Well, it may have been removed so that teams could access the upper dome of the booster to inspect and maintain the grid finds and its engines and the rest of the other equipment. Or perhaps to work and maintain the hot stage ring itself and ensure the durability of the dome and its supports and its readiness for flight. Yesterday, the hot ring of the booster was restored, which is a good sign for the next test flight. Ship 25 is sitting next to the booster between his chopsticks, ready to join him. Ship 26 on suborbital Pad B prepares to fire its engines. In the production site on Friday, the Ship 31 mid-lock section entered the high bay to dock with the ship. On Thursday, the ship Pugshucker stand came to the production site from macýs. What are these pistons? Those thrust pistons are hydraulic pistons used to simulate thrusting Raptor engines during cryogenic tests. 3 of these pistons are located opposite where the Raptor vacuum engines are installed to simulate their propulsion, and 3 in the middle for the sea-level Raptor engines. This simulation greatly helps in discovering any defects in the welding and design of the ship's lower dome. In the high bay, the teams covered the lifting areas of the crane with thermal tiles, which is usual this time. The teams used another device to raise the ship using the chopsticks lifting areas under the front panels. This will help avoid early work that takes longer. After placing the ship on the transport platform, it left macýs for cryogenic tests. After completing work on connecting the fuel pipes, testing of the ship began last night with filling both the oxygen tank and the methane tank with cryogenic fuel. You will have noticed this destroyed tank behind Ship 29. This is test tank S-26.1. If you are wondering why this test tank was created, well, the S-26.1 tank is a tank made up of the ship aft section and the upper dome. The tank was tested at the macýs site in December using the can crusher. Since then, the tank has remained there. Last week it parked in this site to be filled with nitrogen until it exploded, forming a beautiful cloud at the macýs site. Macýs has become so active, another test tank was moved there Friday night. On Sunday, SpaceX Falcon 9 launched 21 Starlink satellite from Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral. Falcon 9 first stage has landed on the Just Read the Instructions drone ship. The booster was the second booster to launch and land 17 times. On Monday, another payload of Starlink satellite was launched from Vandenberg, California. Falcon 9 booster has landed on the Of Course I Still Love You drone ship. Starlink tweeted that internet service is available on all 7 continents in 60 countries and many markets, with more than 2 million users. Shared a video from customers around the world. In the most important space exploration event this week, Osirisrex returned from the asteroid Bennu with samples from the asteroid. The spacecraft successfully landed in Utah after a journey of 3.86 billion miles. After the teams completed the safety procedures, the capsule was transferred to the clean room in Utah facility. The next day, the samples transferred to Johnson Space Center. The 70% of the samples will be storage for future generations to study. The information collected could help scientists around the world to investigate planetary formation, the origin of life, and how asteroid might impact Earth.